Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? El día de hoy les traigo un video con todas las preguntas mezcladas, así es. Muchas personas vienen a contarme cómo fue su experiencia y entre ellas me dicen el oficial me mezcló todas las preguntas. Entonces, para que ustedes no nomás se habitúen a hacer la entrevista con orden, el día de hoy lo estamos haciendo con ese escenario, un escenario en que el oficial te mezcla todas las preguntas, ¿verdad? Para que no te tomen por sorpresa. Entonces te invito a que practiques todo el video, que nos sigas en la cuenta de Instagram citizens_ahora o en nuestro segundo canal de ciudadanía Citizens Ahora, en el cual vienen personas a contarnos su experiencia y pues igual puede ser que de repente toque una persona que tuvo la entrevista donde a ti te corresponde y te pueda compartir algún tip y consejo. Ya saben amigos que todos estos videos son totalmente gratuitos, lo único que tienen que hacerles es darle like, compartirlo con personas que están en el proceso, ¿verdad? Y suscribirte si no lo has hecho. Muy bien amigos, sin nada más que decir, comencemos con el video del día de hoy. Mucha suerte. Did you have your interview canceled during the pandemic period? Before we continue, do you have anything to update on your application? What is your complete name? Have you left the United States since you submitted your application? Do you understand what a lie is? What is a lie? And have you ever lied to any U.S. government official? Okay. Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Why not? Okay. Has anything changed since you submitted your application? Okay. What is your date of birth? What is your current address? How many years have you lived at this address? Can you please spell the name of the street? Thank you. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Okay. Have you ever been in jail or prison? Do you want to make any changes to your name? Have you ever not filed your federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? What do you do in your job? How long have you been at this job? Do you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Do you understand what genocide is? Can you please tell me what genocide is? Thank you. Have you ever been a habitual drunker? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substance, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or pay alimony? Have you ever made a misrepresentation to obtain a public benefit in the United States? Tell me, what color is my pen? Thank you. What is the main reason you want to become a U.S. citizen? Okay. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? And how did you become a permanent resident? Did anyone help you fill out your application? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? Genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion. What is deportation? Thank you. How many times have you been married? What are the last four numbers of your social security number? Can you please explain to me what is prostitution? Okay. Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? How many children do you have? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? What is your marriage status? Where did you apply to become a permanent resident? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? What was the last date you traveled out of the United States? Where did you travel when you left the United States? Thank you. Do you have your permanent resident card, your passport, and your ID with you? Can I see them? Now we're going to do the civic test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions which you have to answer correctly, at least 6 of them, okay? First question, how many U.S. senators are there? Thank you. Who signed bills to become laws? Thank you. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? What is the capital of your state? What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? Who was the first president? What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? In what month do we vote for president? What is the name of the national anthem? What is the political party of the president now? Okay, congratulations, you have approved your civic test. Are your parents U.S. citizens? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization. What is your previous address? Do you know what is the form of government in the United States? Okay. And what is the Constitution? Okay. Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is your height and your weight? Can you please spell your spouse's name? Now we're going to do the reading and writing test. Please read the following sentence. Thank you. Now please write the following sentence. The president lives in the White House. The president lives in the White House. The president lives in the White House. This is how you write, the president lives in the White House. Congratulations, you also approved your writing and reading test. How long were you living at your previous address? When did you become a permanent resident? Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? What other names have you used? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, where were you born? Do you know your ethnicity? Who lives with you? What do you do for a living? Where do you work? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is a militia? Are you a male who live in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Okay. How long have you been a permanent resident? What is the citizenship status of your spouse? What are the ages of your children? Are you the biological parent of your children? How many times have you traveled outside of the United States in the last 5 years? In the last 5 years, what are the total amount of days you have spent out of the United States? Okay. Do you now have or do you ever had inheritance title or an order of nobility from any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or confined into a mental institution? Let me ask you something about your taxes. When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Now, when you file your taxes, do you file by yourself? Okay. And usually when you file your taxes, do you have to pay taxes or you receive a refund? Great. Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or another location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or any way associated with the Communist Party? With any other totalitarian party? With a terrorist organization? Have you ever advocated either directly or indirectly the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for, associate in any way with the Nazi government of Germany? What is a mental institution? Thank you. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following groups? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Okay, are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Do you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Do you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help or support people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted, and committed or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? How many times have you been in prison? How about back in your country? Okay. Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? What is a weapon? Okay. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Have you ever been charged with committed, attempting to commit, or assisted in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in our term sentencing or rehabilitate program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, being placed in probation, or being paroled? What is a habitual drunkard? Okay. Have you ever gave any U.S. government official any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefit while in the United States? Did you fill out the application yourself? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? What is the citizenship status of your children? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, organization to use weapons against any person or threaten to do so? What name does your spouse go by? Please review all the information is correct. If everything is correct, sign and print your name. Everything is correct. Congratulations, you have approved your citizenship interview. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te fue el video? Espero que te ha ido excelente. Ojalá hayas podido contestar y sobre todo reconocer todas las preguntas. Si así fue, déjamelo saber en los comentarios. Ve a ver cualquiera de estos dos videos si no los has visto. Te deseo toda la suerte del mundo si tienes tu entrevista esta semana. Si no la tienes, no te preocupes. Aquí seguiremos trabajando duro todos los días para que llegues bien preparado ese día. Nos vemos en el próximo video, amigos. Chao.